Hello everyone, it's I, Wacky Anime What If here to present you with What If Issei Had Venom, Part 2. Let's go and get into it. Currently, Issei is just looking directly at the wall as he just woke up out of the weirdest dream. It was him talking to a fucking dragon. The dragon was saying some shit about sacred gear, but he was too fixated on there was a fucking dragon and then there was flames around him and he felt nothing. So he already thought it might have been a high dream, you know. He did eat some mystical brownies before going to sleep, I guess. Then he looks at the brownies and sees that they weren't mystical brownies. They weren't weed brownies. They were just normal store-bought ones. He was like, oh, I hope that wasn't actually real. I mean, no way. Then all of a sudden, Venom just talking in his head just says, hey, I got a new roommate. We're playing pool in your head, actually. We just, made a pool table in your mental mindscape. There's a lot of room in your mind. You don't think much, I guess. Issei just thinks, hey, that's a little hurtful. Also, who's your roommate? Venom says, you're not gonna believe this. There's a fucking dragon in here. I didn't know you had a fucking dragon. I'm gonna name him Fred. Just the Drake just speaking just says, I'm not gonna be named Greg. My name's Drake, not Greg. Venom says, nah, your name's gonna be Greg now, or Fred, one of them. I still haven't decided yet. You say just thinking, man, my day just started out weird. What the fuck? He just gets up out of bed trying to ignore what just happened. He goes ahead and takes a shower, puts on some clothes, but far off in the distance, he doesn't know that the Life Foundation is coming after him for that symbiote he has. They're currently monitoring his position and are waiting outside in a van. Issei, none the wiser, ends up walking outside and gets surrounded by troops. As the soldiers just aim their rifles at him, immediately, Issei just puts his hands up, is like, what the fuck? Venom just says, oh shit, they found me. Issei says, wait, who found you? Who the fuck are these guys? Venom just says, I didn't tell you, I was kidnapped, and I decided to get the fuck out of there. Yeah. He says, so you were basically in prison and you decided to bond to me? Now I gotta deal with this. All the soldiers are just looking at him, noticing that he just has schizophrenia or something because he's talking to himself. They're like, is he okay? The Foundation leader just says, he has a symbiote, you fucking idiot. Of course he's talking to it. Now let's go ahead and get him before he decides to go ahead and fight. All of a sudden, Venom just suits up on Issei, just says, let's get these motherfuckers while they're distracted. Just sucker punches the guy beside the Life Foundation president. He just sees the guy's head go splat. And then he just eats the other guy's head that was beside him. The Life Foundation president just oh, fuck this shit. He just starts running. No, he starts gunning it. While Venom says, get your ass back here. He starts chasing him, running on all fours and shit. Just extends his tongue, and it literally grabs the Foundation leader's leg, and he trips. The Foundation leader just casually fucking unleashes Riot as it envelops his body, and he now turns to Riot. He ends up grabbing Venom's tongue and flinging him into an armored vehicle. And as Venom crashes into that vehicle, he says, oh shit, this is gonna hurt like a bitch. And it did, as he was like, oh, my back. He falls on the ground. And fucking Riot says, you should get life insurance. I never leave home without it. Venom says, how old are you exactly? Riot says, it's not nice to ask people out their name. Just starts punching Venom in the face constantly. Venom just bites at Riot at some point into his shoulder very deep and rips part of it off. But Riot just starts to heal the shoulder. As he does this, Venom just notices he definitely can't beat him currently, so he just kicks him off and starts to run the fuck away. All of a sudden, Issei says, hey, why doesn't the fucking dragon guy fucking help? The Drake's like, you haven't unlocked my power. Unfortunately, I'm kind of sealed, so Yeah, you're gonna have to unlock it with emotion. Well, Issei says, I'm fucking fighting for my life. Isn't this enough emotions? As Riot just is driving a fucking armored vehicle behind him. Like, nah. Issei's like, it motherfucker can drive. He starts running quicker and runs towards Kio Academy. He jumps those gates and says, fucking help. Well, Venom just says, why the fuck did you go to the school? Well, Issei said, well, I'm gonna be honest. It was a last minute decision. While Venom says, I mean, it's a good call because there are, like, devils here. While Issei says, wait, what? Venom says, oh, you didn't know that. You went here by reflex. As Riot gets into the Kio Academy, all of a sudden he's blasted with a power destruction ball that lands right into his chest, blowing it directly open. As Rias just looks at fucking Riot and says, who the fuck are you? While Riot just fucking heals, looks at Rias and says, your worst nightmare, and starts running towards her. Just grabs her fucking neck and choke slams the fuck out of her. Kiba starts to try to fucking summon swords and slash at him, but all fucking Riot does is bite them swords. They fucking shatter. He even eats the swords and says, yo, swords ain't shit, and pimp slaps Kiba all the way into a tree. And Venom just says, Issei, I think we're fucked. Well, Issei says, I can see that, I have eyes. I'm seeing what you're seeing, while Riot's just in the background whooping everyone's ass. All of a sudden, Venom says, you know what? Let's go fucking whoop his ass. We can do it. Like, he starts getting himself hyped up. He runs up towards Riot. All of a sudden, Riot just pimp slaps him. Fucking Venom falls to the ground and just says, oh, fuck, that hurt. I think I lost a tooth. Actually, I think you lost a tooth. Issei says, you fucking dick. You could have just avoided that. Venom says, he was too fast. Venom starts getting dragged by fucking Riot all the way outside of Kio Academy. He gets flung into the fucking gates. Them bitches get flung open. He's ragdolled all the way to Kio Park. And as he's directly in Kio Park at the fountain, he says, oh, this could not get any worse. While Issei says this, Venom says, you fucking jinxed us. Issei says, jinxes aren't real. All of a sudden, Rainier pulls up behind him and starts throwing light spears at him. While Issei just dodges, no, Venom dodges, and Issei just says, okay, I think I might have jinxed us. While he says, no shit. Fucking Rainier's throwing light spears, and Riot just shows up. Just goes right towards Rainier, grabs her wings, like jumps up right in the air, grabs her wings and fucking rips them off. Just starts eating them too and says, I love chicken wings. While Rainier's just falling to the ground, plummeting, landing face first against the floor. Her brain fucking splatters everywhere. Issei, seeing this gruesome sight, just fucking says, Venom, fucking hightail this bitch out of here. Venom starts running as fast as possible, but Riot just keeps on chasing this motherfucker the entire time. It takes Venom an entire day to get this man to stop chasing him. And he ended up in the forest not knowing where the fuck he was. He was completely lost. And then he found a fucking bear, set up a picnic basket, and says, Yogi. The smaller one says, Yogi, are you sure we should be setting up a picnic basket here? Well, Yogi just says, I'm sure. There's no one around here. It just sees Issei just staring at them. Issei says, there's fucking talking bears in these woods. While Venom says, I didn't know there was bears in these woods. While Issei says, did you try to make a pun there? If so, it fucking failed. While Venom says, hey, at least it's not as bad as your relationships. Issei says, hey, I've never been in another relationship. While the dragon in his head, fucking the dragon in his head just says, can you both shut the fuck up? While they both just say, no, you shut up. They start arguing, having like an internal argument. While Yogi is just looking at him like he's fucking crazy. Just picks up his picnic basket and starts fucking hightailing it. Like Issei just looks back and says, "Oh shit, they're gone. Might have been hallucination or some shit." Well, Venom says, "No, I saw that shit too." The dragon in his head said, "Yeah, I saw that shit also." Issei says, "Oh, this place is fucking weird." He just starts walking out of the forest. Just says, "Ah, nah." And that's where I just decided to end the what if. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. And make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I hope this turned out really well. I might actually redo this part, like, later on. I mean, it depends on how good it does. I might leave out a poll for that. So make sure you check that in the community tab.